Hey everyone, the name is Erik Thor and especially hi INFPs and everyone tuning into this channel. So you might notice that my environment is slightly different. It's because I'm in my new apartment in Barcelona and I'm absolutely loving it. I've spent a couple of days here, gone to some museums, checked out the Gothic quarters, and yeah, I'm so happy to be here and to be exploring and learning Spanish and understanding more about Spanish culture and the Catalan culture. And so yeah, basically what I'm going to be talking about in today's video is Buddha's special advice for the INFP personality type. And the truth is, the Buddha has a special form of meditation which I think could be really positive for the INFP personality type. And the Buddha would call this a kind of metta meditation, right? And so what's so special about the metta meditation? Well, in short, it's a way for you as an INFP to get in touch with extroverted feeling. And extroverted feeling is a very powerful form of inspirational fuel for an INFP personality type. And so what you can be imagining here is, first, what you might want to do when you engage in metta meditation is you, of course, like in any meditation, might want to find yourself closing your eyes and slowing your breath and slowing down your thoughts, working from deep breaths, breathing out and breathing in until you find a comfortable pace. After you've found yourself in a relaxing space, what you might want to do is you might want to bring your attention to people you like in your life, people you care about a lot. It could be your partner, it could be your family, it could be, for example, your children if you have, or it could be a close friend, or it could be somebody that you look up to or admire, or somebody you appreciate in your life in some way. And you might want to think about what it is that you like about them. You might want to consider what you like about their appearance, what you like about their smile, or what you like about their personality. And you might want to find yourself expressing some gratitude in the sense of, I'm really glad that I have and know this person, and I'm really glad to be around this person, and I really appreciate how this person makes me feel, and I really like what this person does in my life. The principle of metta meditation is simply to learn to cultivate the feeling of love towards the world, towards other people, towards nature, towards the trees, the birds, even the small dragonflies and butterflies swimming around you when you're out for a walk, anything around you. Metta meditation is simply about allowing things to be and learning to see the positives in things around you. And this is powerful for an INFP who is already naturally inclined towards feeling. And feeling is what allows us to have these positive feelings towards things. It's, in general, the feeling types are more inclined towards trust, are more tolerant, are more accepting, tend to have a more positive outlook towards things. And scientifically we know that people that have a more trusting, more positive outlook to life tend to live longer and happier lives, tend to more easily connect with other people, and tend to find it easier to make and adapt to your environment, your surroundings, wherever you are, whatever happens to you, right? So having this power of metta meditation, it allows you to take the time to, either through meditation, through sitting, through just being, through relaxation, or through mindfulness of being out in the world, when you're out on a walk, to just take a second, to think about everything that you find beautiful around you. What do you think about the color of the grass? How do you feel about the sky? How do you feel about, The thing about metta is it helps you connect with and understand and experience and emotionally relate to the world around you. A lot of the time we can be so focused on work, on logical problems that we have in our life that we're trying to fix, issues that we're working on and so on, that we don't even see the beauty of the world around us. And the Buddha spent a long time practicing metta and teaching metta meditation because he saw that it was a way for people to immediately experience more zen, more calm, a higher level of positivity and love and connection. And it was a way for people, whenever they feel stressed or tired or annoyed or frustrated, to take a second, to take a step back and be like, I really like being here, and it might not be perfect, but it's still beautiful. It's still really nice, and still there's so many things I really appreciate about this. And it's also a matter then of gaining perspective and of connecting to things. In a manner of speaking, metta meditation is one of the forms or specific forms of cultivating emotional intelligence. Emotions can be things that control us, to take us over. Most people, I know people that say that, they would never become taken over by emotions. They could handle any situation. They stay detached. They never get attached to anything. But the truth is, every single individual in the world has an emotional boiling point, when the stress is just too much that you simply snap. And a lot of people feel that emotions control them, that stress, negativity, anxiety, these things, they seep into your life and into things that you do and how you speak and how you hold up your body language and the things that you do. And so, for example, if you find yourself feeling angry with somebody, for example, it can make you behave very ugly towards that person. It can make you, snap easily. It can make you give critical remarks to things that they do. It can make you question everything that they say, and it can make you behave very badly towards other people. And in that sense, those negative emotions that you might have towards that person might be valid and might have their reasons and might have their situation, but perhaps, for example, they don't necessarily always guide you to the right course of action, and they don't always help you find the right thing to say, and it doesn't always help you know how to navigate the situation. So emotions are simply there to tell you how you feel about a situation. Oh, I'm upset right now. Why do I feel upset right now? Oh, I'm stressed right now. Why am I stressed right now, right? The emotions are not necessarily meant to be, expressed primitively, in the sense that, oh, I'm angry right now, so I'm going to scream and raise my voice. And oh, I'm sad right now, so I'm going to, look down a lot and avoid talking to people and shrivel up in my shell and pretend that the world isn't here anymore, right? And when we notice that emotions take us over and push us into these kinds of actions, a lot of the time we leave the burden of healing to our environment. In that sense, we either hope that the moment will pass on its own, that other people will feel ashamed for their bad behavior and will correct their behavior, or we hope that other people will empathize with us and sympathize with us and give us what it is that we want, right? And here, the bad cycle then becomes this, like, hoping that other people will give us validation, will fix our problems, will solve things for us, and will act as therapists to listen to us, to give us what we want, to make us feel better. A lot of the time, the truth is, nothing happens. The situation doesn't go away, the problem isn't solved, the other person doesn't empathize, doesn't understand, doesn't sympathize, and we're left feeling that same way we felt before. Nothing has changed, and so the feeling remains, and we end up just spiraling. Perhaps we even intensify our experiences. We get even louder, or we get even more sulky and sad and avoidant, or maybe we get even more stressed and tense, right? And all of those things mean that, we're doing what the opposite of emotional intelligence is, because emotional intelligence is recognizing how we're feeling and taking steps to feel better. And now metta meditation is not a quick fix that will solve every problem. The truth is, if you're upset with somebody, taking a second to empathize with them and to look them in the eyes and to reflect on the things that you find beautiful in them can be a positive strategy, in the sense of learning to, see both sides, to see both the fact that this person can behave very badly towards me sometimes, but can also be a very beautiful person. And so they are very complicated, and so they deserve human empathy and understanding, right? But a metta meditation in itself will not solve the problem of what that person did or how you feel about what that person did in that specific situation, which means that in those situations you still need to respond critically and to tell them that, hey, when you said this, it made me feel this way and I didn't like it, and I would appreciate if you stopped doing it, and if you continue to do that, I might become more avoidant, or I might talk less around you, or I might, do this less, or so on and so forth, right? Because emotional intelligence can require a lot of different strategies. The metta meditation practice is simply, well, you could call it the starting point. It can be a way of breathing in and breathing out. If you're breathing out stress and anxiety and frustration over somebody or something that happened, and then taking a second to go like, hey, what do I like about my life? Well, actually, I like a lot. Actually, I really like that, and I really like that, and I really like that. This just sucks, right? It's this, it can feel like, making sure you're prepared for battle with the right information, right? Because if you go into the battle with, this sucks, and this is terrible, and I hate this, and I don't like that, and that's awful, and that's bad, you're basically making the other person feel like you dislike everything about them, that you don't want anything to do with them, and that doesn't have to be true at all, right? For example, you might, start a new job, and you might not like certain things about your job, and it might not live up to your expectations of what you wanted your job to be. But actually, there are a lot of things that you really like about it too, and you like that you're able to do this, you like your co-workers, and you like that and that, right? So it's having the right information of recognizing that, oh yeah, small frustration with one simple thing can seep into everything. If you avoid or ignore the fact that somebody is constantly slamming the doors in a way that, makes you very sensitive and very agitated, suddenly you're not just upset with them slamming their doors, you're upset with their tone of voice, you're upset with how they drag their feet, you're upset with, everything that they do. When you realize, actually, no, I'm not upset about those things in general. I'm upset about the slamming of the doors. That's it, right? Anyways, yeah. That's how metta meditation can fix the issue of emotional one-sidedness. How do you tend to deal with and experience those things, and how do you avoid one small point of frustration becoming a big feeling of frustration with everything, and how do you make sure that you balance positivity and negativity in your life? Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.